It's currently 6:30 a.m. on the 2nd of July, 2026. Like every morning, I wake up, open the door, and take a deep breath of the fresh morning air. Next, I sweep the floor and tidy up the house. This area includes the kitchen and the bathroom, located at the back of the house. The weather is nice today, cool, fresh, and really pleasant. Let me show you the backyard. There are lots of trees back there, and I also keep a flock of chickens. Today, I'm going out for coffee by myself. But before I head out, I want to brush my teeth and freshen up so I feel nice and clean. This is where I hang up my freshly washed clothes to dry. Does it look a little unusual to you? I bet your first reaction is, wow. That's kind of different, haha. But for me, it's just a completely normal part of everyday life. Down below is the area where I wash the dishes. After washing them, I place everything upside down on a rack that I designed myself. Doesn't it look kind of fun? This is my kitchen, and it's actually my favorite place to get work done. Even though I have a separate home office, I still enjoy working here much more. It looks a little messy, doesn't it? Do you notice anything on the wall? That fan is missing its protective cover because I took it off, but it still works perfectly fine. So what's this next? Can you guess? This is a traditional family altar, something you'll find in many Vietnamese homes. In the kitchen, we have an altar for the kitchen god, or Vung Tau, as we call him in Vietnamese. That's the traditional name most Vietnamese people use. Before I leave the house, I always take a quick look at my computer to check if there's anything important I need to catch up on. Today, I went with a simple outfit, an orange t-shirt and a pair of dress pants. Not too bad, right? And now, let's start our little journey to enjoy a cup of coffee at the cafe. But before we head out, let me show you the vehicle I use to get around every day. It's a Yamaha Sirius motorcycle. That's what I ride almost every day. I've had this bike since my college days. My parents bought it for me so I could ride it to school, and it's been with me ever since. And now, as you can see, it's definitely showing its age. Do you have this kind of motorcycle where you live? This is my garden. It's fairly spacious and full of greenery. I really love being surrounded by plants and trees. All right, let's get going. Time to start the bike and hit the road. First, I need to open the gate. Oh, look, there's a really cute dog at the house across the street. All right, let's go. The roads out here in the countryside are usually pretty quiet. And do you see that truck up ahead pulling over to the shoulder? It's about 6 kilometers from my house to the coffee shop. The weather feels nice and cool today, but the sky is covered with clouds. And here's me riding down the road. People around here love planting trees in front of their homes, so there's greenery almost everywhere you look. You'll even see papaya trees and coconut palms along the way. The light just turned red, so I have to stop here. But do you notice what's hanging from the traffic light pole? It's a mourning flag. Along this road, it means someone in the neighborhood has recently passed away. A white flag with a black border is a traditional sign of bereavement, letting people know that a family is grieving the loss of a loved one. Up ahead, there's an older gentleman transporting a load of goods on his motorcycle. We're almost there now. Off in the distance, you can see rows of rubber trees that have been cut down to make room for a new crop of young trees. Motorcycles are the primary mode of transportation for most people in Vietnam. There are all kinds of models, and they're widely used for everything from commuting to carrying goods in everyday life. We've arrived. This place is called Mây Coffee. What do you think of the cafe? Doesn't it feel cool, peaceful, and relaxing?
Nhớ cũ nha, nhớ cũ.
Can you guess what kind of fruit this is? Haha. I'm just waiting for the barista to bring out my coffee. Here it is. My coffee has arrived. Out here in the countryside, a cup of coffee costs about 22,000 Vietnamese dong, just under $1. Pretty affordable, isn't it? Let me give you a full tour of the cafe so you can see what it's like. They even have a jackfruit tree growing here at the cafe. And when I first walked into the cafe, I asked if you could guess what that fruit was. The answer is, it's a breadfruit. In Vietnamese, we call it Time Sa Ke. You probably haven't seen this fruit before, but it's actually really delicious. I got my change back in several different denominations of Vietnamese currency. There are 20,000 dong bills, 50,000 dong bills, and the smallest one here is the 1,000 dong bill. In the Vietnamese countryside, all you need is 100,000 dong, about $4 US, and you can already enjoy a nice breakfast and a good cup of coffee. And this is iced tea. Over there in the distance, you can see two little kids having coffee with their parents. Since it's summer break, their parents brought them along. Here's a lotus plant with a flower bud just starting to grow. The thatched roof and wooden chairs blend beautifully with nature, creating a very comfortable and peaceful feeling. There are so many different kinds of trees and plants growing together, all blending into one beautiful green space. I'm slowly enjoying each sip of my coffee. Can you see them in the distance? There's a disabled man taking his wife around to sell lottery tickets. They're working really hard to make a living and take care of their family. And I've just finished my morning coffee. Next, I'm going to buy breakfast for my child. There's a motorbike stopped by the sidewalk, selling seafood. Next, there's a vehicle carrying coconuts. I'm going to turn in here to get to the place where I'll buy breakfast. They're cutting down the old rubber trees. They're clearing the land and getting it ready to plant a new batch of young trees. From far away, I can already hear the sound of a chainsaw cutting through the wood. I smiled at them, and they smiled back so warmly. What do you think? Doesn't the place where I live feel cool and refreshing? There are so many trees here, and nature surrounds us everywhere. I forgot to mention that I'm currently living and working in Ba Ria, Vung Tau, Vietnam. I'm about to pass by a young rubber processing area that belongs to the Ba Ria Vung Tau Rubber Corporation. The road is pretty hard to ride on because it's quite damaged in many places. And we're almost at the residential area now. This is the place where I'm planning to buy breakfast. I can see three men sitting together, watching the FIFA World Cup 2026 match. We've arrived, and today I'm buying times Ban Bao.
Cho hai cái bánh bao chị. Dạ mình làm bánh bao xong hai đứa con.
A Vietnamese steamed bun. I'm telling this lady, your Ban Bao is really delicious. My kids love eating it.
Dạ. Dạ. Cái này là mình có bà bán để đem về hấp không?
Dạ có.
Dạ. Để cái nào nói vợ lên lại. Vợ tiếp này nè. Mà ở dưới Kim Long. Đây, bao nhiêu tiền?
Dạ 80.
Đang quay đang quay ok, cảm ơn.
There's a papaya tree standing all by itself by the side of the road, and it's full of fruit. Two older ladies are sitting by the roadside, having a quick breakfast before getting back to work. As you can see, on one side there are young rubber trees, and on the other side there's an empty plot of land. They're going to replant new rubber trees in that area. The tractor is what they use to till the soil and prepare the land for planting. How do you feel watching this so far? Let me know in the comments. These young rubber trees have already been planted and nurtured, and they will become the next generation that produces rubber latex for us, used in so many everyday items made from it. I'm on my way back home now, and this video is almost coming to an end. Please let me know how you feel about it, or tell me what kind of video you'd like me to make next. I'll read through your comments and choose some ideas to develop for my next video. This man isn't wearing a helmet. If the police stop him, he'll probably get written up and fined. This vehicle is carrying construction materials. What kind of vehicle do people use for that where you live? Let me know. I just came across a man selling ice cream on the street. He's carrying a cooler full of ice cream, along with some cones and snacks to sell. I've made it back home. I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.